Imagine earning extra 20,000 Kenya shillings every month without actively working for it. This is a reality for many Kenyans that have invested their money in a way that works for them. In this video, we talk about some of the most common investments in Kenya that you can invest into to earn passive income. We also talk about how much you need to generate 20K passive income every month. The first option is low-risk investment vehicles. Now, to earn 20,000 Kenya shillings every month, that means that annually you need to be generating about 240,000 in passive income. This first method is simple but requires time. To keep things simple, let's assume you're investing in a low-risk investment vehicle such as a money market fund or a SACCO that generates 12% interest per year. If you do the math, you realize that you need to invest 2 million Kenya shillings for you to earn 240,000 per annum, and that is 20,000 Kenya shillings per month in passive income. This means that if you have 2 million and you're earning 12% per annum, you're getting 20,000 Kenya shillings every month without touching your principal amount. The main advantages of a low-risk investment vehicle is that number one, your money accrues daily and is compounded monthly. And number two, your savings are still very liquid and you can withdraw anytime in case of an emergency. On the flip side, these returns are relatively low, especially if you factor in inflation. Low-risk investment vehicles can work out well for you, especially if you have a big purchase that you're about to make and you're undecided on when to make that investment. You can have the money held in a low-risk investment such that you're still gaining interest as you wait. Next, we have the medium to high risk investment vehicles. These include special funds that are regulated by the CMA and also buying stocks for capital gains or dividends. The average returns for these investments come to 21%. To get 20,000 every month from this type of investment, let's assume you're getting a 20.3% interest, then you need to have a principal amount of about 1.15 million Kenya shillings. The pros for these investments include number one, they have higher interest compared to the low-risk investments. Then they have potential for both capital gain, which is that the asset can increase in value, and regular income, such as dividends. Finally, you can reach your passive income targets faster with a smaller initial investments. On the flip side, there is a higher risk for loss, especially due to market volatility. Another con is that income may not be consistent. For example, you may have yearly dividends, but they may not be month to month. Finally, you need to understand the market properly or get professional advice. Finally, you can buy a high demand asset and rent it out, for example, real estate. For illustration, we'll use an example of a one-bedroom apartment that has a rental income of 25,000 every month. A spot check by Money254 shows that a one-bedroom apartment that rents out for 25,000 Kenya shillings can be sold at 3 to 4 million depending on the location. So basically, to get 20K every month, this means you have to have an initial investment of 3 million Kenya shillings. You could also take the route of developing smaller units such as bedsitters and single rooms, which have lower capital. The pros, first we have steady and regular income. Then we have that the property value increases over time, which can be good for creating generational wealth. And finally, you can leverage financing such as mortgages to acquire assets with less upfront capital. The cons of these include high initial capital and additional costs such as maintenance. Then if there is periods of vacancy or tenant default, that disrupts your income. And finally, managing property can be time-consuming unless you hire a property manager. Money254.co.ke has written this and more ways to build your passive income. Click on the link on our bio to learn more.